Miss Tara from the Niles District Library. Welcome to 10 Questions. Our guest today is Michelle Asmus. She is the principal at Howard Elementary School here in Niles. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we've got 10 great questions from Cassie Bundy's class, third grade class at Howard. All right, are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Let's do it. Okay, so they want to know, how did you become a principal?
Well, first I had to become a teacher, so I went to Michigan State University and I transferred to Bowling Green State University. And I taught for a while and decided to become a principal later. But when I decided that, I had to go back to school, so another 2 years, and I went to Indiana University at South Bend for that.
Okay, great. So if you want to be a principal, you have to be a teacher first, most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
It helps.
It helps. And you have to go to school kind of a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. So question number 2. So Howard does the one book, one school, one book. They want to know what your favorite book has been from us.
That was a really tough question.
Yeah.
But I think I narrowed it down. Dog Days would be my favorite. I loved watching Gavin, the main character. I loved watching his feelings transform about Carlotta, the yippy dog. And I also liked getting to know Aunt, because she was a little bossy, and sometimes I can be a little bossy too. So I thought the characters were really interesting.
Okay, great. I know as a librarian, I thought people ask me what my favorite book is. I don't know how to choose. It's so hard. All right, so question number 3 is, what does a morning look like for you in the office?
Every morning's different. But I usually get into the office and check my emails. I always talk to Mrs. Archer about the substitutes, who's going where, and do we have enough new supervisors and people to help out in various areas. I might have a meeting with a parent. I might make a phone call to a parent. I might just be talking to teachers. But one of my favorite parts of the morning is going on the lot and greeting the children when they get out of their car.
Yeah.
And then the day begins.
And then you're off.
Yes.
All right. So how long have you been a principal?
This is my 17th year as a principal.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. Have you been at Howard the whole time?
I was 6 years as the assistant principal at Ellis. And the third graders might not remember when Ellis was its own building with our kinders and first graders. And this is my 11th year as principal.
All right, great. Number 5 is an awesome question. Are you tired after school?
So third graders, I'll ask you, are you tired after school? And I'm betting some of you say yes. So some days I am tired, and some days I have too many things to be tired.
I feel that very much. Even as a mom, I'm tired after school, sure. So number 6 is, what do you do for fun? What are your hobbies?
Oh, for fun, you will not be surprised. I love to read for fun. I will come to the library and get books. I will get books from some of your teachers. And also, I like to go to sporting events. I like to go to Niles High School sporting events. Both of my sons play sports, so we are at a field or a court often.
So you're never a dull moment, right? All right, great. What's your favorite subject?
Social studies. This was a hard one for me because I like to learn in general, but social studies because I think I'm really fascinated with Michigan history and U.S. history.
Yeah.
So I love third grade. That's all of them is Michigan history. So
right in there.
I love their projects and all that they learn.
All right. What's your favorite type of food and why do you like it?
Okay. Cheese. I like Kalamata olives. Kids, look that up. And I like dark chocolate. Why? Because they're delicious in my mouth.
Yes. I am a big fan of dark chocolate myself, and I feel like that's kind of the minority. Everybody likes milk chocolate.
Right. Not me.
All right.
Pass on milk chocolate.
All right, yep. Mm-hmm.
Or white chocolate.
You guys can all have it.
Right.
I have the other one. All right. So why did you want to be a principal?
There was a very specific moment that I realized I wanted to be a principal.
Okay.
And I was teaching in Toledo, and in the middle of my reading block in the morning, a new student came to my door from the secretary. The secretary brought a new student and said, "Here's your new student." And while I had a desk prepared with books inside, I just didn't feel that that child received a really warm welcome. He didn't have a name tag, he didn't have a buddy. The class as a whole wasn't ready for this new student. So I made a little note in my head and thought, if I ran a school, I would make sure that the teacher knew that someone was coming in and give that teacher time to prepare and to prepare the class. So the child has a very, very welcoming experience from the day they step foot in the classroom. So when that was probably in the late 90s.
Okay. All right. There you go. Now, last question from the kids is, what do you do after school? I think you kind of answered that a little bit before.
Yeah. Sometimes I come to the library after school when I need a book. And I run a child to practice. I'll go to a game. If I'm really lucky, I just get to go home and read my book.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, super secret 11th question from Miss Tara, the librarian, is what's your favorite book?
My favorite book for adults would be A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, and it was written in the 40s, and it's about, it's semi-autobiographical, and it was written about a girl in the early 1900s who grew up in New York who had to overcome many obstacles to get to go to school, because that's all she wanted to do, was get to go to school and learn. So that's been a favorite since I read it.
Yeah, it is a great book, kids. You should check it out. Check it out. All right. All right. So thank you to Cassie Bundy's third graders at Howard Elementary School.
Yes.
Thank you, Michelle, for being here with us.
Anytime. Thank you. Thanks, kiddos.
All right. So you can subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the link down there somewhere, Niles District Library Virtual Programming, to see other great 10-question videos. And we'll see you next time for another great YouTube experience. We'll see you. Bye, friends.